Good morning, Levi. It's Wednesday. Yes, it's Wednesday. How are you doing? I hope well. I played D&D with you last night, and I'm going to talk about D&D right now because that's what your video was about. You were talking about puzzles and how it always feels like they take too long, but then when you try and mediate that or fix it, try and nudge them in the right direction, it kind of robs them of that figuring it out moment that makes puzzles worth it. So I thought I'd talk about my experiences with puzzles and how basically you can't really control them. I'm not a big puzzle guy. I'm not good at coming up with puzzle ideas, but whenever I do, they usually take like an hour to complete. And they're puzzles that I come up with in like 10 minutes, and then everyone spends an hour figuring them out. Let me see if I can pull it up here. I can show you the notes on my computer, which would be kind of cool. But I made a puzzle where it's just windows, and you had to break the right windows. And it was like, you had to break the front one, the front right, left one, the front right one, and the back left one. And then the three other ones, because there were two in the middle, had to stay closed. And they spent an hour doing that, even though I think I gave them enough information to figure it out, and afterwards I talked to them about it, and they're like, yeah, just, it's puzzles. And I think that's the nature of puzzles in Dungeons and Dragons, is where there are so many possibilities. It's not like a video game where it's like, okay, I can do this, this, and this. In Dungeons and Dragons, you can do anything. Puzzles can be based on anything, and with that information, it's often very intimidating to be like, all right, what can I do here? And I don't think that worsens the effect of the puzzle. I think if anything, it makes it more exciting when you figure it out. But it's still as fulfilling to solve a puzzle with infinite possibilities as it is for one with like two possibilities. Probably more, I would say. But anyway, I also wanted to mention that some people on the internet talk about how they just create situations and then just don't have an answer for a puzzle and then wait for their players to come up with it. I feel like that's really not fun, because the fun of the puzzle is like, oh, I figured it out, and I figured out the one solution that there is. If you're just letting them come up with the solution themselves, that's not very fun, because then the puzzle's going to be a little bit too easy. Eventually your players are going to be like, wait, we didn't actually solve it, there was no answer. And I feel like that robs them of the feeling, and it makes the session overall less fun, and it makes you less trustworthy as a DM, so I don't think it's worth it. But anyway, Levi, keep on puzzling. Things are gonna take time. That's just the nature of how it is in D&D. I don't think it worsens the effect. I've had many puzzles that I've done as a player that's taken an hour, and I've still loved them. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you on Thursday.